Oh, I apologize for being late for presentation. Actually, I lost my car keys, so I have to take taxi and come for presentation. This sounds relevant to the topic. Anyways, thank you for being here today. I am Vishal from group number 2. Here are my teammates Gulfam, Rushikesh and Chaitanya. We are here today to talk to you about an Arduino keypad locker. We will show you simulation of this locker using Proteus and Arduino IDE. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment and Proteus is a CAD simulation software. The two most fundamental requirements for being human are food and shelter. Shelter means security. Security from wind, air, water, weather, wildlife, etc. As human evolved, our needs also evolved. We made evolution in technology in a great manner, but unfortunately, our security problems were also evolved parallelly. This massive growth in technology has brought much development as well as an increasing rate of crime, attacks by thieves, scandals, and intruders. Modern problems require modern solution. It indicates the requirement to improve security system in houses, offices and other similar things for protection of lives and properties. If we compare the safety index ranking of Iceland and India, Iceland stands at first rank. There are various reasons for this, but most effective reason is Iceland government encourages the use of code locks for the security of lives and properties. If we look at India, it stands at 106th rank. So what can be done to improve this ranking? An electronic lock might be the solution. Yes, because mechanical locks are far more easier to break than an electronic lock hacking. So we can say electronic locks can reduce crime rates in a large extent. Okay. Now let's go to the market strategies. If you take a glance on this graph of a smart lock market share in the world, by simply looking at it, you will say it is phenomenally increasing. In 2014, 3.8 million units were sold. In 2020, 16.4 million units were sold. It's more than 4 times compared to the 2014. The interesting thing is, they are predicting 25.7 million unit sales in 2023. It's amazing data. In the second graph, which is a comparative study, you can see smart locks are gaining more revenues than mechanical locks. The slope of electronic lock revenue is increasing with time. The market studies are giving us a clear-cut idea about the future of electronic locks. If we contribute particularly in this market, then definitely we can become a much stronger security and finance as well. This is all about importance of electronic locks considering security and finance aspect as well. Okay, let me hand over this session to my teammate Gulfam. He will explain the block diagram of the system.
Okay, so next we'll move on to the block diagram slide. This simple embedded system is designed to unlock an electromechanical door lock with the help of Arduino and other peripherals. Arduino IDE was used to lay down the primary Arduino code with necessary library files, whereas Proteus software was used to ensure that original system will work satisfactorily by simulating it with real-time used components. Talking about our major blocks, which can be seen in this slide, first of all we have our controller, which is the brain of our system. For this purpose, we are using Arduino Uno, which employs Atmega 328P as its microcontroller. It has various peripherals like input USB port, power supply port, various analog input and digital input pins for hassle-free interfacing of various external components. To enter the password to unlock the door, we have used an all-numeric keypad with 3x4 configuration which is connected to the Arduino board via jumper wires. This keypad inputs the passcode which is entered manually by the guest to unlock the door. Arduino processes the code while simultaneously making all the welcome note and other necessary stuff along with passcode being displayed on an LED screen of 20 by 4 configuration. We have used a 2 by 8 demultiplexer to convert the binary signals sent by the Arduino into 8 signal output so as to interface the display properly with our Arduino. As soon as we enter the correct code, the driver circuit gives signal to unlock the door by driving an electromechanical system consisting of servo motors and other essentials that hold the door locked together. While all this happens, there is an LED indicator present which informs the user about the status of the door. It indicates whether the door is locked by a red LED and an unlocked door by a green LED. The system allows the user to enter the wrong passcode up to maximum of 3 times. After that, if another wrong attempt is made to unlock the door, the Arduino sends a warning signal which is amplified by the transistor amplifier to a buzzer circuit which starts to ring and can only be stopped when the whole system is reset by pressing the reset button, which obviously the intruder doesn't know. All in all, this simple yet effective and elegant system can be applied to our locking mechanisms without any major investment and is a good example to demonstrate the workflow of how an embedded system actually works. Further, my teammate Chaitanya will explain the flowchart.
Okay, so now we will give a quick overlook on the flowchart of the system. Flowcharts give a good visual representation of the data flow in the system, and also flowcharts are very useful that we can use them to explain the logic behind the program even before starting to code for automated process. Now we will try to analyze the flowchart of this system and also try to understand how the data flows into the entire system. At first, there is the start block which tells us about the initialization of the system. In this whole scenario, we will consider the user as an intruder. Initially, the door is locked and will remain in the same state until the correct pin is entered. Now the LCD screen will display and ask to enter a unique 4-digit pin which will be set by house owner himself. When intruder enters pin with the help of keypad, this data is fed to Arduino for authentication, where Arduino will verify it with the unique code. This process is represented by a rectangular box which says read typed password. Then comes the next stage where controller makes decision which is represented by a diamond box at the center of the flowchart. Now we will divide the system response in two different scenarios. First is if the entered pin is correct, and second is if the entered pin is incorrect. If the entered pin is correct, then the Arduino will send a signal to an electromechanical system which will unlock the door, and our intruder will be as happy as ever. Generally, this electromechanical system consists of a servo motor which is responsible for locking and unlocking of the door. So once the door is unlocked, further we have two ways to pass by the door. First is we can go traditional way, that is close the door manually immediately after unlocking it, and if you're too lazy to close it manually, then just pass by and leave the door hanging. Controller will do it for you, no worries. Controller will wait for 60 seconds and then send a signal to servo motor and lock the door. Now we will move to the second scenario, that is if the entered pin is incorrect. In this case, there will be initialization for wrong pin that intruder has entered. Here the initialization for wrong pin is given by p is equals to 1. It indicates that first trial has been failed, and this data is fed to increment counter p++, which you can see in the rectangular block. This increment counter will add 1 to initial value p is equals to 1, and now p will become 1 plus 1, that is p is equals to 2. Now the controller will check whether p is equals to 2 satisfies the condition p is equals to 4, which is represented by a diamond box at the bottommost part of the flowchart. If the condition is not satisfied, then the door remains locked, which is represented by an arrow at the extreme left of the flowchart. So the intruder will get second trial to enter the pin. If again the pin entered is incorrect, where value of p was 2 previously, now after increment p plus plus, value of p will be 2 plus 1, that is p is equals to 3. Again, controller will check whether p is equals to 3 satisfies the given condition p is equals to 4. Here the condition is not satisfied, so intruder will get third and last trial to enter the pin. If again the pin entered is incorrect, where value of p was 3 previously, now after increment p plus plus, value of p will be 3 plus 1, that is p is equals to 4. Again, the controller will check whether p is equals to 4 satisfies the given condition. Clearly here the condition is satisfied, and once the condition is satisfied, controller sends signal to buzzer and turns it on. That means as soon as you enter wrong pin for the third time, buzzer will go on and intruder has to run for his life. Probably when buzzer goes on, LCD screen will display a dialog as access denied. This buzzer will be on until reset button is pressed. This reset button is on the inside, that is, it should be pressed by the owner manually when alerted. So there's a condition over here. If manual reset is not pressed, then buzzer will keep beeping, and if pressed, buzzer will go off and you will be available to enter pin again. And the last thing, when reset button is pressed, value of p will also reset. So in this way the data flows in the system and gives us a rough idea to make the suitable code and make it work. Further we will see the simulation of the same.
Okay, let's start with the simulation part. Here we have LCD display to interface with user. It is 20 by 4, means we can print 20 characters in single line, and we have 4 rows like that. We have attached 2 by 8 demux here, which used for spreading 2 line data into multiple line data so as to use minimum pinout of Arduino. Here we have used one keypad, which is 3 by 4. That means we have 3 columns and 4 rows. It is fully numeric keypad having 0 to 9 numbers and additional star and hash into it. Looking at the top side, there is a red LED and along with one resistor. Below that, there is a green LED and a resistor. When red LED glows, it means that the door is closed, and if green LED glows, then door is open. And on the left side we are having one buzzer here. You can see, which acts like warning bell. When multiple failed password attempts by user, then it would start buzzing and alert the system. We have attached switching transistor. Here is the switching transistor. We have attached switching transistor there to switch the buzzer when user get a message about the access denied. We have attached one push button to reset the Arduino. Here is the push button. Let's move for the simulation part. First of all, we have to add code in Arduino. Okay, we have added code from here, that is Arduino IDE. The hex file we have to copy. Let's run the simulation. Now system will ask for the password. So here I have used 4 times 1 as a correct password. So let's check the first condition of it. Okay, as the 4 times 1 is the right password, the display will display like welcome, door is open, and the green LED will glow. Now we'll go for the another condition, that is wrong password. It will take 3 times wrong password. That was the last to enter. Now, as you can hear, buzzer start buzzing, and red LED glows, and it means that the door is closed. And now buzzer will uh, keep on buzzing until we reset the ID. So resetting the ID. Okay, we have reset Arduino, and now this process will carried out again. Let's go for the right password. Yeah, now door will open and the green LED will glow. Yes, that's it. Further, Vishal will conclude the session.
Coming to conclusion, I would say you just don't have to care about the keys anymore because you have a password now. And for landlords, it's not less than a boon. The microcontroller based digital door lock security system using keypad is an effective in providing security to lives and properties as long as the password is not shared with an unauthenticated person. The system is cheap, affordable, small, and easy enough to install with just a couple of steps. The future of physical security is electronic locks. Yes, definitely. Okay, this is the end of our group presentation. Thank you for listening all of us patiently. Have a nice day.